Hello, welcome one and all to the CMAC Podcast featuring the Fun Pop Fan Gang. I am Rich Morton. I am your co-host, and we're gonna have something new today. For those of you who have seen the Fun Pop Fan Guys podcast, this is sort of a spinoff where when our Fun Pop Fan Gang podcast, we focus on mostly pop culture and different things, movies, TV, music, sports, video games, stuff like that. But
All that.
in the past, you notice we've had two parts to our podcast. We'd have the pop culture part of it with the big panel discussion, and then we'd had each of our podcasters go one by one and have their own little segment. Well, that's now this full podcast is now all about that. So the CMAC podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who don't know, CMAC, well, that's the community part of the Center for Music and Creativity, CMAC. So we're a community of writers and podcasters and musicians and artists, and
All that.
we love what we do. So we're happy to share that with everybody else. So I want to pass it on over to our moderator and our co-host, who's the most, Mr. Mark Lazar.
Well, thank you, Rich. Maybe second most, but I'll take the compliment. Always great to see everybody, and yes, very exciting to be part of the very first episode here of our CMAC podcast, where you're going to get to meet the experts that you've heard speak in the Fun Pop Fan Gang, a pop culture podcast. So this is a opportunity for our expert panel to showcase their knowledge about whatever topic they are passionate about and want to talk about. So let's get down to business. We got very serious business to talk about here.
Business.
All right. Well, real quick, do we want to have everybody say hello?
Oh.
Who was part of our podcast? Sir Eric, say hello to our faithful audience.
Everyone.
All right, Eric, are you ready for our little podcast?
Yeah.
All right. We also have Big Mike.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Hello, Mr. Rich Morton. How you doing?
Doing wonderful. I'm excited to do this. And then the queen of our podcast, Ms. Dawn Chapman.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Rich. How are you?
Good to see you, Dawn. We're going to get to hear from everybody. And last but not least, the man, Jonathan Freeland. Hi, Jonathan. How you doing today, bud?
Good. How are you, Rich?
All right. I am good. And we are ready to roll. So who's going to be going first? So let's take a look.
In the Mookie Wilson position of the batting order here, we've got our good friend, Big Mike, the man they call Encyclopedia Mike because of his encyclopedic knowledge.
Yes.
On many topics, but maybe few more than the one you'll be discussing today, which is what?
It's like Sesame Street.
Sunny day.
All right. Excellent. I think this is something we can certainly all relate to each other and bond over. I think many of us grew up watching Sesame Street. Big Mike, do you have any favorite characters from Sesame Street?
Favorite character, probably Kermit on Sesame Street.
Kermit. Yes. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here in his reporter persona.
Yes, Elfinon, yes. He's one on Sesame Street. Yes.
So this
crossover. Yes.
Crossover, yes. So Big Mike, was this the only character that Kermit did on Sesame Street?
Yeah, he's playing like a reporter on Sesame Street and then songs, yeah.
Yes. Very interesting. So yeah, one of the few characters that crossed over to both. Was that a hand up, Eric?
Yeah, actually, if he start and Sesame Friends before that time.
That's right. Kermit originally appeared in Sam and Friends, which Michael was a precursor to Sesame Street.
Yes.
Yeah. So Big Mike, you've talked about Sam and Friends in a prior episode.
And the coffee commercial.
Which commercial?
Coffee commercial.
Oh, the coffee commercial.
Wilkins coffee.
So yeah, Kermit, who most of us know from the Muppet Show, did cross over, and as you said played the reporter on Sesame Street. Any other memorable scenes or things about Kermit? Why Kermit? What do you like about Kermit so much?
I think like you put like that's the Jim Henson. That's Kermit
He's a
with Jim
player.
Henson. Yeah.
Jim Henson, yes.
He's
Yeah.
a player of him.
One thing I'm noticing here is that the Kermit on the left is a different shade of green
Yeah.
than his.
Different years from different. Yes, he's different greens. Like his face is different back then.
Yeah. Very interesting to see that evolution of how some of the characters anyway have
Yeah, a
changed.
little bit. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. And look at you. You got Kermit right there next to
Yes,
you.
and I went to the Muppet Museum. Made his mom's a coat.
The Museum of the Moving Image,
Image.
in Queens, New York. And speaking of Jim Henson, they have a huge Jim Henson exhibit. And Mike got to visit that this past Friday and got some pictures with some friends, including this guy.
Yes.
Holy
Holy smokes.
Yep. That's the original Kermit. Yep.
And I think they put him in glass so that you wouldn't get warts. Is that correct?
No.
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 That is a myth. I would like to apologize to the frog and amphibian
fine.
community.
That's fine.
That is
That's
not
fine.
true.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yes.
But yeah, that is an original Kermit that was featured on either Sesame Street or the Muppet Show. Not sure exactly which. I'm sure there were different Muppets over the years, but it looks like he's closer to the color of the reporter Kermit. If I kind of even like kind of a tiny bit off, but
Different green. Yeah, different.
You know, they say it's not easy being green.
Right.
Hey, you stole my thunder.
It is.
I stole your, oh no, I stole your thunder.
Eric was going for that one.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, who's your other favorite character from Sesame Street?
Bird.
Follow that bird.
Yes.
Big
Oh my
Bird.
gosh, Big Bird.
Right.
That is a big bird right there.
Right. One of the different users, Big Bird from different seasons. Big Bird from different seasons of Sesame
Different
Street.
seasons.
Yes. From
So-
1969 until different now. Right, Rich?
Yeah, Sesame Street is still going strong after
Yeah.
many years. So anybody that wants to do the math, figure out how many seasons and how many years it's been go for. But since
Good question.
1960 69, did you say, Mike, or 68?
69. So it's all wow.
1969.
Now, Big Bird, you said was another character. Like we saw the difference in Kermit's color. Big Bird changed over the years as well.
Yes.
So in 1969,
Yeah.
wow, look at that.
Yes.
That's that, and now we're here.
Yes, that was the original Big Bird here, where it says then.
Yeesh.
That's kind of, I think that might have scared the kids off.
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
It looks a little scary to me.
I gotta say, I didn't have any questions prepared here, but I'm just gonna wing it.
Okay,
even though
chicken
does Big Bird
boy.
even have wings?
All right. I hope I didn't ruffle any feathers with that with that joke.
All right.
right.
You know how the AIs have their limit of what you can do a day. You've reached your
No.
limit of puns for today.
That's
Mike.
a
Oh,
limit for
already?
today.
You've
on
reached
our-
your pun
Oh,
limit.
God.
I reached the limit on our first panel guest. I can't believe it. I'm ashamed. All right. Well, Big Mike, thank you so much. It's always a
So
privilege.
I had the picture with Big Bird. Yes. The tallest person. Yes. The same
Wow.
height.
You can
Okay.
see him right
Yeah.
there.
Yes, this is the only
Yeah,
this
right.
is the only time I've ever seen you next to somebody where you weren't the taller person, Mike.
Uh-huh.
Although Big Bird is cheating there, standing on that platform. But
It's true.
You case a liar, Big Mike?
Yeah.
all right, well, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Mike, and what a
You're
great
welcome.
trip that must have been for you to visit that museum and get to see
It
these.
was awesome. It was awesome. The 100
Let's try
episodes
that.
on the Muppet Show was awesome. Right, Rich?
Wow.
That's
Well,
right.
I hope that's
there was a giant screen made up of 120 screens that showed each episode at once. That was pretty cool.
Hey,
In a follow-up,
Rich.
maybe we'll show more pictures. But
That's a
All
lot
right,
of
Mike. Good
seasons.
stuff.
Thank you.
Rich,
Yes, Eric.
can I try the museum too to see the Sesame Street and the Muppet stuff?
Well, we might have to work on that.
Okay.
Hopefully
right.
that'll be a touring exhibit. If that comes here to Colorado, I will definitely have to check it out. But moving on here, we got our good friend Eric. Eric, with just vast amounts of knowledge on so many topics. We've heard you speak about video games. We've heard you speak about wrestling. Tonight, you're going to be talking about something completely different. What will you be talking about in tonight's episode?
Jim Carrey!
Jim Carrey. All right. Wow. What a privilege to have been alive to watch the trajectory from seeing him. Geez, the first time I ever saw him was doing stand-up on the Johnny Carson Tonight Show.
Nice.
And then, of course, in Living Color, and then...
And act natural.
Say
And I
again?
remember his first shot to try to become famous in a movie in the 80s called Once Bitten.
Oh my gosh, I saw that
That's
movie.
good.
Yeah.
Because
It's definitely not it didn't go as well, and it wasn't as popular as he was hoping. But I remember seeing that when I was a kid, and then way later realizing that was Jim Carrey in that movie.
Yeah.
yes,
And
and his
also-
character's name was Mark, actually.
There you
So-
go.
And also he did the stand-up called Act Naturally.
Act Naturally.
Yeah.
All right, I have not seen that, but I will certainly be looking for it later. But
On
what
YouTube.
what movies from Jim Carrey?
The Mask.
The Mask. Let's start with The Mask. Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
tribute to this movie is a tribute to Diaz.
right, and it did launch Cameron Diaz's career.
Yeah.
Also known for having amazing special effects.
Definitely one of the first movies that I guess Roger Rabbit was before that. That had like some very big advances, but I think Jim Carrey, the Mask character, was like a cartoon come to life at times with his
It
whole
was.
such
And
a
also it has its own comic book for it.
Yeah, it did start off as a comic book. That's correct.
And
Based on a
the sequel, Son of the Mask.
yeah, that was
Son of the Man.
really popular. I think it might have broke the box office records for. I definitely think it won the Razzie. Anybody who doesn't know what the Razzies are like, the version of the Oscars, except for the worst movies of the year, and I believe that might have won worst picture of whatever year that was.
But respect to Jamie Kennedy. He's got a podcast of his own these days. I think he's a good
And
interview.
also one of the actors who is Loki himself.
Loki.
Is Son of the Mask.
Oh, yes. So, what else besides The Mask, Eric? Any other Jim Carrey movies that you're a fan of?
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. Yes, I remember seeing this movie. Also, just as The Mask launched the career of Cameron Diaz, this really was a big point in Steve Carell's career, yeah?
Yeah, also him too.
So what was it about Bruce Almighty that you like?
He's trying to be a new savior, but flopped by Steve Carell.
Uh-huh. And then he is given the job of being God, is that correct?
Yes, to control the God's will.
All right. Well,
Do you remember what was one part of it, Eric? One of his powers that he used. Do you remember one of them that you thought was really funny?
Oh yeah. To control Steve Carell's character.
Oh, the controls.
yes.
Honestly, that scene is probably one of the ones where I literally laughed out loud so hard. It was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. That was definitely a huge scene.
Yeah.
I remember the scene where he's parting the red tomato soup.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Such a good pick, Eric. Good pick.
Yeah.
Yes. And so what is the last Jim Carrey movie that you wanted to talk about?
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Wow.
ones.
Well, this guy is Two-Face, and a guy who did Batman.
That's right. That was Val Kilmer, his one time playing Batman, and then of course Tommy Lee Jones playing Two-Face. But who's this guy? What did Jim Carrey? Which big Batman villain did Jim Carrey play?
Enigma. Enigma.
Enigma, the Riddler.
Yes.
All right. Well, Eric, thank you so much for that. That
And also another movie.
Another one.
Yeah. You know what? We got to mention his
Oh,
first
of
huge
course.
movie.
Oh,
All righty then,
Go ahead.
Ace Ventura.
Look at that. You had an ace up your sleeve this whole time.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'll give you a pass for that one, Mark. All right, very good. Thanks,
Guys, I'm
Eric.
weak. I have no control. I'm sorry.
Gonna have to have a Jim Carrey movie marathon now. We have to go back and watch some Jim Carrey movies. So,
I gotta
Okay,
give an
yeah.
honorable mention here to Liar Liar. Much as
another one.
just Rich, as you pointed out that scene in Bruce Almighty had you like crying, laughing. The roast scene in Liar Liar, when he roasts the whole boardroom.
Oh,
Right.
The courthouse.
It was I was crying. I was laughing so hard the first time I saw that.
In the
So,
courthouse scene.
which scene?
The courthouse scene.
The courthouse. Yes,
courthouse,
all the
yes.
courthouse scenes. And he
He
did a lot of
played the
improv
lawyer.
in that.
And
Well,
the
Eric, thank you so much.
And also in the movie, he did the claw.
The claw.
the claw.
Well, awesome, Eric. You've inspired me. I think I'm going to have to watch a Jim Carrey movie
Yeah.
tonight when I have my nightly round of insomnia and I need to watch a movie to go to sleep.
Nice.
It'll be a Jim Carrey one. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Eric. So, moving on to our next panel expert, our good friend Dawn. How's it going, Dawn?
Good, how are you, Rich? I'm Mark.
Rich.
That's okay,
I'm doing
Emily.
I wish I was rich. But, all
I
right.
wanna be
In this switch.
me.
Yes, great. So, Dawn, our resident gold medalist in gymnastics, ice skating,
Oh,
track and field, competitive athlete. What will you be talking about, or who will you be talking about in tonight's episode?
Gymnastics?
Gymnastics in general. Is there somebody specific in gymnastics that you were going to speak about
okay.
tonight?
I think right here.
Jennie Thompson?
There
Jennie
you go.
Thompson. So, Dawn, one of the things I love the most about just having the privilege to interview you is because I really don't know much at all about gymnastics. Every time I hear you speak about it, well, for one thing, your passion and knowledge just comes through in your voice, which really makes it a joy to listen to you. But it's a great learning opportunity for me to kind of hear it from an expert. You're not just somebody who, passively sits and watches this stuff on TV. Like, you've done it, you've been there. So you have a whole different perspective coming at it as a gymnast yourself. So why Jennie Thompson? What is it about her that made you want to speak about her this evening?
Because she's been in gymnastics since she was in preschool.
Very important, right? To get into that sport when you're young, I think, before your
She's
bones.
been in gymnastics since she was in preschool, and she thought the Olympics, but she was hoping her journey would be in the Olympics and go to the Olympics and make the Olympic team.
And so what time period are we talking about here, Dawn? Which Olympics did she... So you're saying that she tried out and didn't make it?
She made the team, but she didn't go to the... She was an elite gymnast, but she didn't go to the 1996 what do you call that one? Now I don't remember. The 1996 Olympics, I think it was.
Yeah, that was what, Atlanta?
Yes, Atlanta, Georgia, in the dome. They were in the dome.
And was that the Magnificent Seven
Yes.
in '96? So she didn't make it, and yet she still went on to become a champion.
Yes.
And so I think that's an amazing statement about character.
In 1999, she was the national champion
Right.
on the uneven boys.
She had some injuries. I know that was part of the reason that she.
Yes, she had ankle injuries, and not only ankle injuries, but she also had coach changes, and she was having struggles, and that she didn't want to. Oh, no, I forgot. What was the weird thing I told you last week, Mark? Oh, she wanted to go to Ohio to be trained by Coach Mary Lee Tracy, and she didn't want her parents to come or her family to come. So she said, "No, I really don't want you to come with me this time. I want to go." And she got away from Bella and Steve Nuno, her coaches.
And so with this switch in her coaches, they had very different styles. Is that that's what I understand as far as what you were talking to me about last week. What was the big difference that she cited with under the new coaches that she trained under, or she had just completely started fresh, new coaches, new surroundings, and then she became the champion? Did she talk about a difference in the styles between her original coach and the one she
guess
switched?
Because when she had Bella and Steve Nuno, there wasn't like I think I sent you that video when she was little with her and Dominique Luciano. And they were tiny kids when they were called world class. And it was strict and everything, and they were always being yelled at and stuff. And they were little kids, and they looked tired, the little kids in gymnastics doing that at that young age. It's like tiring.
Sure, and then it was much more strict with these other coaches.
I know, because I grew up doing sports all my life since I was a child. So I know it's tiring, it's hard, you know.
It sounds like...
do you want to share a clip of Jennie Thompson? I believe I have a clip here. Should we take a look?
Yes.
You want to set it up? Which event is she doing here? I believe.
I don't know which one you're showing me, because I don't know.
I believe it's the balance.
Jennie Thompson in second place for the United States, and that's an unbelievable result when you consider she started.
Because I don't know what event she's doing.
All right, let's check this out. Here we go.
That's Mary in the background.
Come on, nail it. Yeah. She used to do that trick in combination, and it was...
That was amazing. My gosh.
That was the balance beam.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that was coming too.
That's the balance beam, yeah.
It still blew me away. That's unreal. And just amazing, an amazing celebration of human potential. So, what was her best event, Dawn? Was that what she was best at, the balance beam?
No, I think her best event was the uneven bars.
Oh yes, I've seen her on the uneven bars. That's awesome.
I'm sorry. I think her favorite gymnastics event was the floor exercise. I'm sorry.
The floor exercise.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. The floor exercise.
Which we've got to see you do, Dawn. We've in our past one of your past gymnastics corners, we got you see you on the floor, which was pretty cool. But all right.
Yes,
thank you for sharing all that.
Was...
It's always interesting. I feel like we always learn something new since with the gymnastics and the gymnasts that you talk about. So very cool.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Mark.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom.
You're welcome, Mark.
All right, and now we got our good friend Jonathan. How's it going, Jonathan?
Good. How are you, Mark?
Doing great, man. Doing great. When I was made aware of the topic you were doing tonight, I was just thrilled. for us to have the opportunity to hear, we're talking about a world-class musician here in 2 different rock bands. You've performed in Times Square. You performed at the Port Authority in the heart of Manhattan. So just absolutely incredible to hear what you'll be talking about tonight. So what is your topic tonight?
I'm gonna talk about how to do a song analysis.
How to do a song analysis.
Jonathan Finland.
Yes, look at that. What is a song analysis, Jonathan? Just in case anybody out there is wondering.
Song analysis is when you listen to a song and you try to interpret what the song means.
Yeah, very interesting. You know, I think a lot of times for a lot of us, we listen to music in the background, right? So at my job, for example, there's music playing all day long. And I'll hear it sometimes and I'll sing along in my head with these songs that I love, and but don't really think about what is the story being told here? What are these lyrics about? So it's very different to do a song analysis versus, say, just listening to music on the radio in your car and not really thinking about it much. It makes you much more a part of the process. So, which parts of the song then do you analyze?
Analyze the verses, the chorus,
which would make up because the song we have music, but then I think the main part that you're really analyzing is what? The
lyrics.
Lyrics.
The lyrics, yes.
Lyrics. Yeah.
So what factors in? I know this is something that that you and I do together every single week. We do an analysis of a song. We really pick it apart line by line. I always am curious when this is usually the first question that I ask you. Why'd you pick this song? Why this song? Why, when you pick a specific song, what kind of things factor into your decision?
Like, I think of like different the artist or the band.
So is it ever so it's just artists that you enjoy listening to?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's very interesting. That it kind of gives you a different insight to really think about the words separate from the music. Out of all the songs that you've done this with, are there any that stand out to you in your mind that were particularly memorable?
Yeah, probably Come Together by the Beatles.
Yes. Come Together by the Beatles. That it's really, I think, interesting, a song like that where there's just all these it's a lot of imagery in those words versus, say, like a linear story.
Yeah, John Lennon obviously had a way with words, and
Paul McCartney.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney, as we know, Lennon McCartney, one of the most amazing songwriter duo. But on his own, John Lennon definitely, he always had a way with putting some words together. Sometimes it could seem like nonsense, and other times it's something meaningful, and you really got to analyze it.
Goo goo gachoo.
Interpret. Goo goo gachoo.
Yes, and you know, it's interesting. I've seen in the songwriting process that Paul McCartney, sometimes when the music is written, and he said this about Hey Jude, that he was just trying to find a melody, and he's like, oh, I'll just say some gibberish to get the melody down, and I'll write the lyrics later. So, and then he's like, la da 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 da, and then later on, he's just like, all right, forget it. We'll just keep that. And so some of the lyrics don't even really mean anything at all. They just were picked for how they sounded.
Like yesterday, actually, original. He had a dream and he woke up and scrambled eggs. It was all about scrambled eggs, and that's what the original. He had a medley using scrambled eggs. So yeah.
All right, and then there was one more question on that list that I think I skipped over there. Yes. Okay. Yeah. The before and after, Jonathan. Have you encountered a song that you might have thought you knew what it was about, but then you did an analysis and realized, holy smokes, this is a totally different story than I thought it was.
Yeah.
So what song might that have been?
Probably Jet Airliner.
Yes. Jet Airliner by Steve Miller Band.
Yeah.
Classic. I can tell you one that we did that really stands out to me, Jonathan, and you really turned me on to this band, the Moody Blues, was a song, even though they've been around since, I believe, the late 60s. This is a hit of theirs in the 80s, In Your Wildest Dreams. And I grew up... Do you know that song, Eric?
In Your Wildest Dreams, yeah.
This song has like this really kind of upbeat, like poppy feel to it. I never listened to the words really. I've always heard it like 8 million times and thought it was just a fun, happy song. And then you and I did this analysis of it. And it's actually, spoiler alert, guys, it's a pretty sad song. So you might just want to continue just listening and enjoying the upbeat, poppy feel because I'll never hear it the same way again.
There you go. So going back real quick to Paul McCartney and the Beatles and the same album, Abbey Road, that Come Together was on. There's one song that a really fun, kind of almost a kid-like song called Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
Yes.
You listen to the lyrics. I did a song analysis about this with some people, and it's about a serial killer. So not exactly a kiddie song, but it's literally about a serial killer who kills people with a hammer. So,
my gosh.
There you go.
Spell wild.
Wild, W-I-L-D.
W-I-L-I-D.
All right.
Well, an excellent topic, Jonathan. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to encourage anybody.
I'll tell you afterwards, bud. We're in the middle of a recording. There's like a million people watching us right now, live streaming to a million people.
Yes.
Million? Wow, our viewers must have gone way down.
Wow.
It must be my bad jokes. I'm gonna have to step it up. I think we lose a few viewers every time I tell one of my puns. But yes, great topic. I encourage anybody listening, do this with one of your favorite songs. You might be surprised at what you find in the lyrics.
So we've gotten through our 4 of our Fun Pop fan gangsters, Fun Pop fan gang, and at the end, the 2 hosts here sometimes try to get something in. So we have a few minutes. So, Mark, I think there's something you wanted to share today.
Yes, Rich. As any of our viewers know, I am a big baseball fan, and I do have a life goal to see a baseball game in every single stadium. So I try to do one each year to drag this out so it'll last me my whole life. Although last year I did 5. And this year I did my first one already, which was in Miami. I did the Marlins. But I think this is just one of my favorite things to do. It gives me an excuse to travel to a different city. I usually spend at least 2 nights there and get to explore the local restaurants. I usually have one day to see the game and then one day to just have a freestyle city day.
How many stadiums have you visited so far?
19 so far.
19 out of how many total are there right now in the MLB?
So there are 30, but there's action happening right now. So the Athletics are playing, I believe, in a minor league stadium right now in Sacramento, So
There's a song Sacramento.
what about Sacramento, Eric?
I said a song called Sacramento.
Oh, there's a song.
Yeah,
so
it's from that guy who sing that song. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't
right.
know it.
So let's take a look at some of your share some pics from your favorite MLB stadium visits. So let's see. Oh,
well, that one's self-explanatory. Nationals Park. That book that I have is like a passport. It has a different section for every single stadium. And so you write down what stadium, where your seats were, what eventful things happened in the game. And then if you take it to customer relations, they give you a stamp, like a passport. Pretty cool.
that's awesome.
That is, well, if you can see in the background, the arch, you'd know I'm in St. Louis in that picture.
That's awesome.
Crossing the Cardinals off my list. Again, self-explanatory there. I'm in Los Angeles. That was my big 50th birthday trip. And this one here.
Oh,
look at that one.
Get that one out of here. Ooh, what's the one on the bottom right? Where are you?
Bottom right. Phoenix, Arizona.
So that's not too far from your neck of the woods compared to someplace like Washington, D.C.
That's correct. And then look at that. One of the rare, beautiful occasion that Brother Rich and myself are not separated by a few thousand miles here. This was at the
I've been walking more.
Okay, so that's Citi Field. In that game, actually, it was a David Wright, New York Met David Wright's. They retired his number, which was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
A huge deal. And I actually, something to share, a little show and tell. I actually got a foul ball that day. And,
Unbelievable.
Which was so cool. And if you look at it, it has these balls were only for that game. And has his number 5, and his name on it. So at some point, if I ever get the chance, I would love to meet Mr. David Wright and have him sign this ball.
Oh my gosh, that would be a retirement plan right there.
Really, looking at a certain fest coming up, I might have to just find him, stalk him, and find him somewhere in like a Trader Joe's or somewhere, and
yes,
get his autograph.
Hey, Rich.
But yes, Eric.
If you're lucky, you have Frank's Fest. You will see him.
There you go. Well, guys, you know what? We're coming to the end of our show. I had something to share, but I'll hold that off for the next one because it's something that can wait. And thank you, everybody. Well, Eric, that's probably the one that you wouldn't want to see anyway. So we'll get to it next time.
Right.
Talking about a certain team, the New York Mets. Well, you know what? I could say real quick.
Yeah, go for it, Rich.
Yeah, you know what? We could get it in. So I was just talking about a little more creative, another creative writing reference here. Rich's Memorial Mets Moments. Creative writing students. What's that an example of?
Come on. You're killing me, Smalls.
Really?
Memorable Mets moments. What is that? Memorable Mets moments.
An idiom.
And close. Michael, what is this?
Yes, the alliteration mark.
Holy smokes, yes!
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, right?
Alliteration.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I put that there on purpose. So I actually like learning about alliteration from you guys. I find it I like to use that. So real quick, memorable Mets moments. I got to say, this year is the 40th anniversary of the 1986 Mets World Champions. So 40 years ago this year, the Mets won their second championship and haven't had another in 40 years. Maybe this year's the year. Who knows? But here's a little bit of the Mets celebrating. And I just wanted to share that. But also one very personal Mets moment. I got to have a little fun meeting with Darryl Strawberry.
Wow.
Where, I was working at a place in Bethpage free, and they have like performance arts and theater and music and stuff. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but we had a little drum class, and Mr. Darryl Strawberry walked by and was saying hello to everybody. He was there on a visit. And I said, hey, Daryl, you want to come jam with us? And he actually came over and we did a little drums together, which was pretty cool.
Wow,
You
Daryl
did
Strawberry,
this year?
that's legend. Though I heard he was a real seedy character.
Wah, wah, wah.
One to remember me by, guys.
All right. On that note, guys, thank you so much for being part of our CMAC podcast. Before we go, we always have to tell you to please do what, Eric?
Oh yeah, subscribe, ring the bell for your next episode, and comment us for question of the day.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Everybody had any other topic ideas for the future, put it down there, or any thoughts about everything we talked about. But thank you, everybody, and we hope to see you in the next video.
Yes.
But before we go, let's say last word, Dawn. Dawn, what do you want to tell our audience before we go?
Bye, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Dawn. Mr. Big Mike.
Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
And
Eric.
what Kermit say?
What's Kermit say?
It's a great nice weekend also.
Oh,
Does Kermit have a phrase that he says when he goes?
Oh yeah.
Hi ho.
Hi ho. All right. And Mr. Jonathan Freeland, thank you again for sharing about song analysis. And last word before we go.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
All right. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And Mr. Mark, as always, thank you for being the man in our
the hour.
Yes.
And don't forget to ring the bell and press and subscribe and listen to our podcast. Go ahead.
And give us some comments, guys. We want to. Who's watching? I want to. Hey, I'm talking to you. What's your name? I want to see you in the comment section. Let us know. Want interaction. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. And just very gently give a press on that like button, please. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And also, real quick, we are now on Spotify podcasts and Apple Podcasts. So wherever you get your podcasts, you can look up the Fun Pop Fan Gang CMAC Podcast coming soon. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.